Hey guys, welcome to another Monday morning meeting update, fun chat with Steffani and Rozella over in Spokane, Washington, or Deer Park, whichever you prefer. How are you guys doing today?
We're good.
We're good. It's
where
cold.
are you?
Yeah, where are you?
I am in sunny Alabama right now.
Alabama.
Alabama.
That was not what
And
I was expecting to hear.
Isn't it
Yeah.
pretty though?
It's beautiful. It's really a beautiful state. Absolutely it is. Yeah. And you know what?
I've never been.
We were talking earlier about manufactured homes, and they have quite a few manufactured homes out in Alabama and the north part of Florida where I've been at and all of that. So it kind of lends into our discussion today. How about that?
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple theories on why they're popular there.
What are those?
Well, homes tend to get destroyed there from storms. I think one, probably just replacements, and then two, flooding. You have to have a home that sits above ground. Those are easy homes that sit above ground for flooding.
That's a reasonable theory you have there. Absolutely. I wouldn't argue that much.
That was my thought for when I was in Alabama looking at all the homes. I was thinking.
Off topic slightly, but I'll get us right back to the other one real quick. Manufacturers of mobile homes in high flood states. I think there's a way to really make this thing cool, and you could put some pontoon floats around the outside that look aesthetically pleasing, that serve as a dual purpose
for a manufactured
float up and down, right to the tide, baby.
This is called outside the box thinking, Steffani. I love it.
How could you land on that, John?
Well, the one that's floating might be a problem because let's chat about that. Because
okay,
Rozella just did one with seller financing. Is that what you said, Rozella?
Yeah, well, we originally tried to do FHA financing and, other financing, but we ran into a few hiccups along the way just because lending on manufactured homes is a little bit more difficult. And this property had two of them. So it made it twice as difficult to get lending done on. So as an alternate, we ended up doing seller financing.
Sometimes that is the solution. We can do potentially two manufactured homes on one lot in very specific situations. The second home has to be basically an ADU for a senior parent that is going to be living on the lot with the other people. And that's kind of the only one I know that fits pretty well there. So keep that in mind. Go ahead.
I would say the one that I just had, I don't know if you could answer this question. But they initially were trying to do manufactured home on leased land. And shortly after pregnancy brain was not fully worn off yet, I forgot, oh yeah, we can't do that unless you do a specific type of a loan. This particular home was going to be far more expensive than, they would have had for the down payment for that type of loan. But then this other one is the Washington State down payment assistance program. So their first time home buyers are utilizing that class that they took and that credit. But they had one lender and then they just switched gears and go to a different lender who could do that. So I didn't know that was lender specific for that type of loan program on a manufactured home.
Well, it's not lender specific that I know of. The lender has to be approved with the Washington State Housing Finance Commission, and the loan officer has to have gone through the class and all of that for the Washington State Finance Commission, affectionately called the bond loan, the Washington State bond loan. But other than that, I wouldn't know why they wouldn't be able to do it, Stephanie.
Interesting. Well, I don't know. It was a credit union here local that wasn't able to do it.
The credit union could or could not?
Could not.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because credit union probably isn't doing that particular loan. Yeah, we do.
Either way, we were still able to make it work, but and I guess
I don't know that
either. A very short brief down of the manufactured home lending. We can do them all to traditional types of VA, FHA, and conventional, including also the chattel or chalet loan.
Chattel.
Yeah, chattel. Chattel's a whole other thing, guys. So for our YouTube audience, chattel is not real estate. That's what chattel is. Personal property. So if you have a manufactured home that has its title that has not been eliminated and is sitting on a piece of land, it's called chattel because it's not part of the real estate. In order for us to do,
I did one of those also this year for a manufactured home loan. It takes a little bit longer.
There are lenders that will do them. Absolutely. They focus on chattel. That's what they do.
Mhm.
Yes.
FHA as VA and VA and conventional and USDA, as Stephanie was saying, will all do manufactured homes. We can do single wides, we can do double wides. The biggest and different lenders have different, I don't want to make this oversimplified because different loans do have overlays there. So some loans may not do single wides and so on, but we can do them. The big thing is they need to be newer than 1976 and a half, which means they have the HUD stickers on them. That's when HUD put the guidelines in place for how manufactured homes are supposed to be manufactured. So after that year, 76 and a half, they fit, and we look for the HUD stickers and all that kind of stuff. And they have to be affixed to the real estate, and the title has to be eliminated so they're part of the real estate. And then we can potentially do a manufactured home.
And. So conclusion is, if you
There's a
wanna go
couple
for
lands in there.
manufactured home,
There are a few more obstacles. However,
boxes to check.
we know those obstacles. We know how to overcome them at this point. We've had to do it. And so we're aware of them. We can look ahead and know that they're coming, and that way it's easier to get past a lot of things too. And you probably agree with this, that when you a lot of realtors, I don't think know either, when you're purchasing a manufactured home, not necessarily L&I, but some sort of inspection has to come out, and they have to look underneath to make sure, like an engineer certificate, to make sure like the home is tied down properly, blocked, how it's affixed to the property. So loan requires that as well, which can be a cost of the buyer.
Yep.
Also, another thing for loan requirements that I've learned is you can't have anything affixed to the manufactured home, such as like a
Correct.
carport or breezeway,
Like a deck or a
patio,
porch.
deck, porch, anything like that. You cannot have that affixed to the property. So
You
when
can.
you can, so like you're going out and looking at the home with your realtor, and if your realtor doesn't know to look for these items, then they're going to get you under contract, and then you're going to get into negotiations, and people are going to start arguing because, hold on, we can't close. There's now things that are hooked up to the homes. Things are getting cut off, ripped off.
She's speaking from experience. Can you tell?
And so
it
it's
sounds
just
that way.
really, it's just really important that everybody knows and learns the process to buy the manufactured homes.
Yep.
Yeah, they can be more complicated, but it can be a great solution for a lot of people. Guys,
Mhm.
they're a
I'm
fine
not
home, they're well built.
deterring. Yeah, I'm not
But they can
deterring
be
in
more
any
complicated.
way. Yeah, definitely. But now that if we know how to do them, then you're set, you're golden, because then anything we can foresee and overcome before it happens. So that's good.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're pretty good at that. Finding
Mhm.
solutions before there's ever a problem.
Yes.
Searching for the problem so you know that there needs to be a solution and knowing what the solution is. Absolutely right. Yep.
Yep.
Totally.
Okay. Any other experience with manufactured homes you want to relay to our YouTube audience?
Honestly, sometimes they can be really easy transactions too,
Mhm.
and you can also utilize them with new construction. And what I mean by that is a bare piece of land that has some sort of amenities, hookups, so your power, your water, your septic or your sewer, however that's looking. And then you can utilize someone like yourself for the financing component of getting a new manufactured put in onto that lot. And
Absolutely
those ones are kind of cool
correct.
things.
Yep.
Woohoo! I have just the lot actually listed. It's a little over 6 acres. It has a spot for a home, septic already installed, well already installed, has shop ready for power. So if someone wants to put a manufactured home on there, it's ready for it.
There you go. And one of the things about putting a manufactured home on a lot is you'll have the manufactured home dealer there that's going to guide you through it, as opposed to a contractor with a house. And sometimes, and they really know what they're doing. That can really, really help smooth things out with the county and the permits and the setup and everything. They just have it all together. So that does make
And I
manufactured
have
home
a company
construction good.
for that here in Deer Park.
There you go.
Yep.
Got you.
Manufactured homes in a nutshell. Yes, we can finance them. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're hard, but we figure it out. Usually our problems is that the HUD tags are missing. You can't tell if oh, by the way, something really important. The home cannot be moved more than once. So if it's an older home that's sitting on a lot and it came directly from the sales lot in 1985 or whatever, and it was set up one time and it's sitting there and they eliminated title, you're good. If it's a home that went to a lot and then somebody bought it from that lot and moved it again the second time, it is hardly able to be financed. Most loans will not do it. We do have a couple special loans that will, but it's really difficult. It's a pain in the rear.
VA will allow it too.
What's that?
The VA likes to allow it.
VA, well, I don't know if likes to. VA will allow it. That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
then you
say
get
like
L and I
to, 'cause they're one
involved.
of the
That's when
only
you get the
ones.
inspection from L and I because of all of that.
Yep.
Yeah, but it can be done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. All right, any other notes, John, from you?
Been a pleasure chatting with you today, as always, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
you.
Enjoy Alabama.
I love Alabama. Sweet home.
Alabama. See ya.
See you later, ladies. Bye-bye.